Happy Sunday, everyone. Coming to you live from John Kurtz Field on Georgia College's beautiful West Campus. It's time once again for Georgia College baseball on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Assistant Athletic Director Al Weston set to bring you today's action. Should be a good one. We got the rubber match, a series-deciding matchup between the Georgia College Bobcats and the number one team in the country, the University of Tampa Spartans. Split the two games yesterday of the doubleheader, and here we are with a series-deciding contest here today. Let's take a look at the lineups. We'll start first for the Spartans. The second baseman, Nicholas Wicklemeyer, leads off. After him is right fielder E.J. Cumbo. Hitting third, playing shortstop, Drew Earhart. The cleanup hitter is designated hitter Giovanni Lorenzo. Hitting fifth, the first baseman, that's Dan Sullivan. Hitting sixth, left fielder Luke Glancy. Then behind him is the third baseman, McAllister Jorgensen. Hitting eighth is Jordan Lala, the center fielder. And batting ninth, doing the catching, Josh Rulai. The pitcher today will be Nick Long. We'll tell you a little bit more about him when he takes to the hill. This lineup will be taking on Brennan Crooms for the Bobcats. I think this is the first action for Crooms this year. I don't know that he pitched at Savannah State in that single contest that we had. No, actually he did. He went 3 innings there and gave up a couple runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, and struck out 3. Did not factor in the decision. He played in relief for the Bobcats at Savannah State. Kind of three-quarter, almost sidewinding delivery. He delivers a first pitch strike to Wicklemeyer. Taking a look at the action yesterday. 11-4, the first contest. This one gets fouled back and out of play. That went in Tampa's favor. And then a 5-4 nightcap that the Bobcats won. Wicklemeyer yesterday, so far this season, is 2 for 9 with 3 runs scored. He's got a double and an RBI. This is laced through the left side for a hit. Took that 0-2 pitch to the opposite field. And the first hit of the ball game comes from the first batter in Wicklemeyer. He'll be on first now with E.J. Cumbo at the plate. Cumbo's action yesterday started both contests, went 2 for 10, a run scored, double, a triple, and he drove in 4. That's second on the squad so far. Lefty batter. Squares to bunt, missed it. So playing a little bit of small ball here early, trying to scratch across that first run in a crucial contest early in the year. Bobcats and Spartans will meet more often than not early on in the season. It's been a pretty good series for the Bobcats. It's always one of those where a nice measuring stick that tells you what kind of team you're going to have. If you can battle with Tampa, you know you're going to be in pretty good shape. Series all-time, 50 wins for the Spartans, 20 for the Bobcats. But Georgia College has taken 2 out of the last 3. As last year they only played a single contest as part of a tournament down there in Florida. Cut on and missed. Runner goes, and he's going to get into second safely. Thought about advancing, but tripped up a little bit. So just a stolen base there for Wicklemeyer. I got a 1-2 count, I believe, here with the runner on second and nobody out. For Wicklemeyer, that is his first stolen base of the year in his first attempt. So now that'll open things up a little bit. Instead of the sacrifice bunt, you get the extra base by the stolen base. And this one is out in front for a rolled foul ball. Down in the count here, 1-2. I got to imagine Cumbo probably charged with just pulling the ball here so he can get that runner over to third. A base knock would be a little extra icing on the cake that way. Wide open stance there up towards the front of the box for Cumbo. The pitch came inside just off the plate, and that'll even things out here at 2-2. Nice day at John Kurtz Field. Very chilly. It is about 45 degrees, I think, at the start of game time. And there's a solid little breeze blowing, too. But at least it's sunny. Can't expect much out of a February 6th baseball game. This one, two-hopper over to second base. And that's Lorenzo with the flip to first. So Cumbo does his job. Gets that runner to third. And now so many different ways you can score from third with less than two outs. So Wicklemeyer stands on third. Drew Earhart, the shortstop, at the plate now. Earhart had a good day yesterday, 4 for 11 with a run scored, a double, and he drove in 3. I believe the first righty batter of the day. One down, runner on third. Going from the full windup here with the runner on third is Crooms, and he fires a strike in there on the inside black. The kick and the fire here from Crooms. And this one is ripped up over the head of Casey Brown, the shortstop, into left field. That's a base knock in the first run of the ball game. So Tampa takes an early 1-0 lead on the fourth RBI of the young season for Earhart. And with just one down and a runner on first, the cleanup hitter, Giovanni Lorenzo, the designated hitter, is up. Lorenzo has been the most potent bat for Tampa thus far this season. Just this weekend's action is all that the Spartans have played thus far. But he is 6 for 9. That's a 667 clip. Just tore it up yesterday with 3 runs scored, a double, but only 1 driven in. Back to the lefty side of things, and this one goes through the left side for a single. Third hit of the inning. And it's first and second with just one down for first baseman Dan Sullivan. 5-hitter in the order is Sullivan. He's batting .333 so far, 3 hits in 9 trips, a run scored, a double, and a run driven in. The team's leading in the stat of RBI, not in the lineup here for this one. That's J.D. Urso. He drove in 5 in yesterday's action. Crooms with a long look at second base, delivers a pitch well inside. Brennan, 6 foot, 200, from Metter, Georgia, Metter High School. Throw to second. He's back safely. Everything's better in Metter, they say. That's on that stretch of I-16 where there's just absolutely nothing happening for like 2 hours, right? Oh, God, that is a rough trip. But that's always the gas station you stop at on I-16 is there in Metter. I think that's the one that might have like a petting zoo or something like that in it. Swung on and missed. Oh, going to be a tip foul, actually, but caught. I got a 1-1, guys. Is that right? I think that's right. One down, first and second. Spartans already scratched one across, trying to put a crooked number up here in the first. Working from the first base side of the rubber is Crooms. This is sinking liner to left, and it kicks away from Bellflower. 1 run will come in to score. And that's a stand-up double there for Dan Sullivan.
Now batting for the Spartans.
2-0 now.
Number 29, Luke Glancy.
As Lorenzo picks up his second RBI of the young season. Oh, sorry, that's Sullivan on that RBI. and that is still his second. Luke Glancy at the plate now. Kick in the fire from Crooms. Cut on and missed. Nope, going to be tip foul there. I think it's one of each on the count. Another lefty batter. Quite a few of them in the starting lineup here for the Spartans as they're matching up well with the righty Crooms. Second and third, one down. Bobcats trailed by a pair here early. Inside, smothered nicely there by Holloway to save a run as that one bounced up there. Two one to count. Here it comes. Caught the outside black. Got a little pitcher's pitch there. It looked like it might have been off the edge. Perhaps the two-seamer fastball kind of working away from the lefty batter. Glancy, I didn't get a chance to tell you about his numbers. Sorry about that, guys. Well, that's because he doesn't have any. First action for the big lefty today. Lifted foul, and we'll go again at 2-2. Glancy playing left field. Got a hooded sweatshirt on underneath the gear. It is chilly out there. Got to be extra tough if you're going to be pulling off short sleeves on a day like today. Outside, tried to frame it, did Holloway. Doesn't get the call, and we'll go full here to the Spartan left fielder. Up next is the third baseman, Jorgensen. And will he bat with the bases loaded? Crooms with a long look in. I think he's back to the stretch now here. Nope, he is going to go to the windup. Here it comes. Tip foul, but squeezed by Holloway, and that's strike three. First strikeout of the ball game for Crooms. Couldn't have come in a bigger spot than that right there.
16, McAllister Jorgensen.
Third baseman McAllister Jorgensen. That'd be a good Scrabble hand right there. That's a lot of letters. First action for McAllister as well this year. Righty batter against the righty Crooms. Bobcats trying to escape with just the 2 runs allowed. That one misses inside. Again, a trailing fastball. I think that two-seamer with that arm side motion from the righty. Bobcats have him played to the opposite field a little bit. Got Matthew Chester in center as toward the right field side of things. Infield appears to be about straight up. Called strike there evens things out. Didn't get a chance to tell you about the defense. Left to right in the outfield, Bellflower, Chester, and Grazini. In the infield, the left side is Sapp and Brown over there. Lorenzo and Spivey on the right side, and Austin Holloway behind the plate. Another attempt at a frame job there for Holloway. Comes up empty. And 2-1. The count now for McAllister Jorgensen. That one well outside. Had some slow lateral movement there, maybe a slurve or curveball that didn't cooperate. And it is 3-1 now. First base open, but you would like to get this hitter. The pitch. Fires a fastball, but misses low and away. And that is a walk. First walk of the game for Crooms.
Now batting for the Spartans, center fielder, Jordan Law.
No harm done yet, but Jordan Lala is going to see if he can do something about that. Center fielder for the Spartans today, Lala, is 2 for 8 on the year with a couple of runs scored. Both of his hits were singles. Inside and missed there. Groom starting off, I'd say probably the good majority of the hitters in this first inning with balls, so got to work on shoring that up when he heads back to the dugout here. Get more aggressive on the edges. Grooms. This one lifted foul back and out of play to the left side. And it's 1-1. Busy weekend of sports for Georgia College athletics. Had just about everything going yesterday. Men's and women's basketball, women's tennis, and softball, as well as the baseball doubleheader here. Some ups and downs for GC. Got a victory over Clark Atlanta in women's tennis. Win for women's basketball against Augusta. This one, a little squirter to the right side or left side, and that will get down. 1 run scores. Here comes another. The throw to third kind of kicks away a little bit, but no runners will advance. 2-run single for Jordan Lala. Wasn't hit hard, but it was hit in a good spot. And that has doubled the lead for Tampa here now to 4-0. First 2 runs batted in of the season for Lala. And it's runners on the corners here for Josh Rulai, the catcher. Rulai looking for his first hit of the season. He played in both games but only started 1 yesterday, went 0 for 3. Must have come in as a defensive replacement in the other contest. But he's got ducks on the pond here with runners on the corners. 2 down, though. Oh, nice bender there, and add the outside corner for a called strike. Four to nothing your score here. John Kurtz Field. It's early. But you don't want to spot the number 1 team in the country with an early lead. That one's low. 1 of each for the Spartan catcher. They have batted through the lineup here in the first inning. Cruton's trying to keep them from batting around. Lifted to right, but looks like Grazini's got a beat on it. Indeed he does for out number 3. On the inning, 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They leave a pair out there. Bobcats coming up, but trailing 4-0 here to Tampa. We'll be right back with some more here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. We're back at it here in the bottom of the first inning. Bobcats trail by 4. Let's take a look at this starting lineup. Paul Grazini, the right fielder, will lead off, followed by Casey Brown, the shortstop. Mason Spivey at third base will hit third. And Palmer Sapp, the third baseman, will bat in the cleanup spot. Austin Holloway, who's been hot early, the catcher. hits fifth. Sam Sly, the DH, is sixth. Bellflower, that's Brandon Bellflower, and over in left field hits seventh. Matthew Chester, center fielder, will hit eighth. And Dominic Lorenzo, the second baseman, will be in the 9 slot. They're all taking on Nick Long for the Spartans. Let's see, of course, Long has not pitched yet this year. And I don't have any stats for him last year either. So that means he's new to the squad, apparently. Looks like a transfer from Stetson, Division I program down there in Florida. He's 6'1", 210, a senior, right-hander. So probably has that extra eligibility for COVID and maybe finished up his degree already at Stetson and decided to go join the Spartans. Again, we're in the bottom of the first here, so the Bobcats taken to the plate for the first time. And they're led by Paul Grazini, the senior right fielder. Grazini in his third year in a Bobcat uniform, a junior college transfer. Takes a look at one inside. Good pop from that left-hand side. And he's had a good start to the year. 5 for 14. That's a .357 clip. 4 runs scored. That leads the team. A double and an RBI. But if you're not careful, Paul can take one over the fence in a hurry. Had a good start to his first year. It was that COVID season, the season that got cut short in 2020 there. And he was looking pretty sharp early. I think he had a couple of home runs as the Bobcats were in good shape. I think it's 3-0 now. But then last year, not the best for Paul. I'm sure he's looking to rebound here this season as he hit just .214. Did have a couple homers and 13 ribbies last year. Takes a strike there, and it's 3-1. So if the Bobcats are going to be much to worry about this season, Paul might be a big part of it, crowding that plate a little bit from the left-hand batter's box. Here it comes. And that's a strike as well. Low port of the zone there, and not where Paul was looking for it. So he lays off, and the count runs full. Paul Grazini. Working from the stretch all the time. Here is Nick Long. And that one misses inside for ball 4. Leadoff walk for the Bobcats. That's a good start.
Now batting for your Bobcats, Casey Brown.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Casey Brown. Brown returns to the Bobcats. He played, so that would be 2019 and 2020 as a junior college transfer. And then spent last year away from baseball. I think he was actually attending UGA, but transferred back to Georgia College this season. We're glad to have Casey back. Casey was a part of one of our Peach Belt Championship teams. And his first go-round, he was a first baseman for GC. So cut on and missed. Had some bad intentions on that swing right there. Brown hitting .267 so far. He started all 3 games. He's got 4 hits, a run scored, a double, and is looking for his first run batted in. Strike nabs the outside corner, and Casey's deep in the hole here. Bobcats have just a pair of stolen bases on the year, and Grazini does not own either one of them. Outside for a ball. Trying to frame the edge there was Rulai, and he couldn't get it. For the Spartans, it's Glancy in left. The center fielder is Lala, Cumbo in right. Over at third, Jorgensen. Shortstop is Earhart. Wicklemeyer at second, Sullivan at first, and Rulai behind the plate. Throw to first. Had him leaning a little bit there. That was a close one. Getting the uniform dirty is Paul Grazini. Bobcats trying to take advantage of the early mishap here. The leadoff walk by Nick Long. Another toss to first. Long from Sarasota, Florida. Has transferred a few times. I think he's got Florida, SCF, and Stetson all on the history. This one is pulled through the left side. Going to be a base knock. First one of the ball game for GC. Off the bat of Casey Brown.
Now batting for your Bobcats.
Grazini checks into second base. And it's first and second with nobody out. Bobcats trying to answer here in the bottom of the first. Mason Spivey will dig into that left-hand batter's box. Spivey on the season has started all 3 ball games hitting .273. He's got 3 hits, a couple of runs scored. All the hits are singles, though, and a run batted in. Open stance up on that front toe, big leg kick, and he takes a look at a pitch low and away. Spivey playing first base. Apologies. Waves that bat in the left-hand batter's box, and a look at one low and inside. Tough call there. Didn't miss by much. But Spivey in the driver's seat here now at 2-0. Not sure how the coaches will take a look at the pitching today. If Long will be allowed to go as deep as he can, or if he's on some sort of pitcher count. It is early on in the year, so got to save those arms. So you might be looking at a specific number today. 2-0. That's tagged foul, backing out of play. I want to thank you for tuning in here to the Bobcat Broadcast Network. We're trying to bring you all of the various action this weekend. Had some technology concerns yesterday that left us with some unmanned broadcasts. This one is sent to second. Hops up nicely for him. The throw to first, double play. That was Wicklemeyer to Earhart to Sullivan. And a Bobcat threat has not been stamped out, but it's pretty darn close.
Your Bobcats, Palmer Sapp.
Grazini now over at third base for Palmer Sapp. So Palmer's got to get a clutch hit here. Slow roller to short. Could be. Get down that line, Palmer. Nope, he's going to be thrown out with relative ease by Earhart for out number 3. So the Bobcats threaten. Had first and second with nobody out, but unfortunately come up empty. We got one in the books. It is Tampa 4, Georgia College 0. We'll be back with some more here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Okay, folks, we're back to it here. Going to be the top of the order
Nicholas
for the Spartans as they had a great first inning with 5 hits and 4 runs. Nicholas Wicklemeyer lead things off. He singled in his first trip. Wicklemeyer, left-hand batter. He sent a pitch through the left side. Takes a strike there. A lot of the hits went through that left side for both Tampa and Georgia College in that first one. I think that's where Casey Brown's hit went, if I'm not mistaken. Wicklemeyer, 5'10", 175, a sophomore from Sarasota, just like the starting pitcher for him. A transfer from State College of Florida. Nicholas Wicklemeyer. He'd be a good Scrabble hand, too. You got some nice long names down there in Spartan country. Mrs. Lowen inside. I can imagine that's probably why they don't have their names on the back of their jerseys, because they'd be like, curling and an arch wouldn't be able to fit all those letters on there. Another Spartan with looks like a hooded undershirt on. Pitch takes a strike outside. I got 2 of each now to start off Wicklemeyer. Crowding the plate with that back foot, opens up the stance a little bit, though, to catch those inside pitches, does Wicklemeyer. Here's the pitch. Came inside on him, and he fisted it foul. One for one is Wicklemeyer. He's got a stolen base. No. Yeah, he did have that steal. And scored a run in the first. Big cut and a miss, and down on strikes goes Wicklemeyer. That's the second whiff of the ball game for Crooms.
Now batting for Tampa, E.J. Cumbo.
Out number 1, bases empty for E.J. Cumbo. Cumbo grounded out to second base in the first inning. E.J.'s a sophomore, 5'8", 180 from East Meadow, New York, and transfer from New York Tech. Pitch taken for a strike. So this guy's used to this weather. Yep, that's why he's got the normal little short sleeves on there. They build him a little tougher up in New York. I should know because that's where I'm from. Well up in the left-hand batter's box. Big leg kick there, and he laces one foul. Nice aggressive start here for Crooms in the second. The falling behind batters that he had trouble with in the first. These first 2 hitters he has attacked and gotten ahead in the counts. To the left side, Palmer Sapp with a backhand. He juggled it a little bit and does have enough of an arm to retire Cumbo at first. It was hit pretty sharply at Palmer. Didn't have the opportunity to get in front of it. Had to go with the backhand.
Drew Earhart.
2 down, bases empty for Drew Earhart, the shortstop. He singled, drove in a run, and scored a run himself. Very active in that first inning. Earhart, graduate student, 5'11", 195 from right there in Tampa at Wharton High School. So Earhart, no transfer or nothing. He's been with the Spartans 5 years now. Swung on, lifted to left center. This is a pretty good charge back and out of here. Home run, Drew Earhart. Well, just when things were starting to look pretty good and we thought we might be able to escape with a scoreless second, Earhart lifts and separates there and sends it over the left center fence. My goodness. Came sharp off the bat for Drew and put a real good charge into that one.
Number 10,
RBI
Giovanni Lorenzo.
number 5 is the solo shot. It's his first home run of the year, first home run for the Spartans this season. Earhart last year only had 2, so he's halfway to the previous season total. Pitch misses outside. That's Lorenzo up now. He singled and scored a run in the first. Can't make a mistake with high-level hitters. Just caught a little bit too much plate, I guess. And Earhart sent it over the fence. This is Lorenzo. He is a switch hitter, 5'10", 200, junior from Fort Myers, Florida. Transfer from Stetson. That one's outside. He's also been at State College of Florida and a BCC as well. So a few transfers for Giovanni as he's looking for the right relationship. Nips the outside corner. It's 2-2. Yeah, a couple of guys from Stetson there. I think that's maybe they came as a package deal. He and Nick Long. Full count. Indeed, it is full for Giovanni Lorenzo. Lorenzo listed as a catcher, so they may have actually been battery mates there, Long and Lorenzo at Stetson. Payoff pitch. A little late on it. Stays alive with a foul ball. Let's see if Giovanni was on the squad last year. All those transfers, I can't think he was. And I am correct. So first year with the Spartans. Back up the middle. Stays down nicely for Brown. And the throw to first in plenty of time for out number 3. One run on one hit. The big blast off the bat of Drew Earhart to left center. And the Spartans lead it 5-0 here as we head to the bottom of the second. We'll be back with some more in just a moment on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Okay, folks, back to it here. Bottom half of the second. Going to be Holloway, Sly, and Bellflower due up to take on Long. Georgia College still looking for their first run of this contest. A called strike to start off Holloway. Austin, the hottest bat for the Bobcats so far this season. Played in all 3 games with 2 starts. He's 6 for 9. That's 667 with a run scored, a pair of doubles, and he's driven in 3. So he leads in doubles, and the 3 RBI is second on the squad. can believe it, the leading player in runs batted in for Georgia College with 4 is Brandon Bellflower. He's got 4 RBI and no hits. Very interesting. Off the very end of the bat, Holloway just flipping the bat at it to stay alive. He had made up a decision to swing on it. A little too close for his comfort, and we'll try again. 0-2. So we got back-to-back catchers here with Holloway and Sam Sly on deck. Austin, a fifth-year guy for GC, has seen plenty of baseball in blue and green. Spoils that real solid outside pitch there for another foul ball. But Austin has played a bunch of baseball for Georgia College, been a starter since his sophomore season behind the dish, and seen a few starts at DH. I think he may have played an infield position at one point, too, when we were in a pinch with some injuries and stuff. I think he might have played some second, if I'm not mistaken. Social Circle native Austin Holloway got the back foot all the way on the back chalk, almost outside the batter's box. Really trying to get those breaking pitches after they break. That's a breaker there that misses just outside. Good patience there by Holloway. I guess a catcher should have a pretty good idea of the strike zone. Austin got the high socks going. I think the pants even tucked up above his knees even. Like he's really going up there. Interestingly different visual approach for each player, because on deck, Sam Sly, you don't see even a hint of his socks. The pitch to the right side, foul, and out of play. Oh, hit a light pole there, so yes, out of play it is. Still 2-2 here. Good battle from Austin as he went down 0-2 and has drawn back even. A total of 7 pitches he's seen so far. Kick and the fire to the right side. Knocked by the first baseman and a tag applied. So Sullivan kind of kicked it forward a little bit, and then Long, coming off the mound, did a great job there to finish it off.
Now batting for the Bobcats.
Good athletic play there for Long. As Holloway runs better than most catchers, too, so that could have been dangerous. Designated hitter Sam Sly to the plate. Sly, 2 for 8 so far this year. He's played and started in 2 ball games. Got a double, an RBI, a couple of runs scored. And he takes a strike there. Got some action in the Bobcat pen, a lefty. Don't know if that means the end of the day for Brennan Crooms. Looks like Jacob Hester's getting loose. The pitch, and this one is fouled back behind us. Deep in the hole now, 0-2, is Sam Sly. Sam's been with us for 3 years as well, another junior college transfer. They got that extra COVID season. And Sam hasn't seen a ton of time, but has made an impact when he gets the opportunity. He's got a very powerful bat, but a little bit more consistency needed in order to crack the lineup a bit more often. You can see, I think he's been the DH twice. I'll check that. He caught one game and then was the DH for the other. So DH here again today. That might be a regular spot for him. Nips the outside half. Caught him looking. And there's 2 down here. First strikeout of the game for Long.
Now batting for the Bobcats, Brandon Bellflower.
That'll bring up Brandon Bellflower, the left fielder. Last year's starter at second base as a freshman. Bellflower 0 for 10 this year with a run scored. As I mentioned, he's got a team-high 4 runs batted in. Outside corner for a strike. And briefly thought about trying to fire off on a swing there, but it was a little bit too far away for him. Big, tall, left-handed batter. Gets underneath that one. That's going to go right up the silo, left side. Third baseman calls everybody off, and that's a squeeze for Jorgensen for out number 3. So the Bobcats go down in order here in the second. 2 complete. It is Tampa 5 and Georgia College 0. Be right back here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Bobcats go to the bullpen for the first time today. And they bring out Jacob Hester. Hester, the lefty. He has made 1 appearance. It was a start at Savannah State. Tossed 3 innings, gave up a pair of hits, didn't give up any runs or walks, struck out 2. Didn't factor in the decision there as he didn't go deep enough into the ballgame. Plus, that was an extra inning contest anyway. Hester, last year, 11 appearances and 6 starts, 0-2 record and a 5.56 ERA for him. Jacob is a redshirt junior as far as on-the-field eligibility, but he's in grad programs here at GC. That is skied to left, and greeted rather rudely is Hester with a home run to left center by Dan Sullivan. My goodness, first pitch swinging, and Sullivan puts another one up on the board. That's his 3rd RBI of the season. First home run for Sullivan this year. My goodness. That was hit well. Got all of that thing. Palatine, Illinois native. He's a junior. Sullivan had 1 home run last year is all, so he's already reached that total. Hit 271 with 15 driven in. Luke Glancy at the plate, first pitch swinging for him as well. And that is skied to center. Looks like Chester will get a beat on that one for out number 1. Tampa working quickly, going after the first pitch. These first 2 batters to face Hester. McAllister Jorgensen, the 3rd baseman, he walks, and no official at-bats for him. Jorgensen, a freshman from Valrico, Florida, and Riverview High. Got a couple of guys from Riverview. Adam Hunt, another freshman. Pitch low there. Nope, going to nip the edge for a strike for Hester. 1-1 the count. Hester working from the stretch all the time, and he bounces one up there, 2-1. Yeah, so Jacob, I think it's year 3 for him as well with the Bobcat. It might be year 4. I know he spent some time at Mercer, Division I program over in Macon. Checked his swing, and apparently he did hold off, says the first base umpire. Hester 6'1", 190 from Marietta. May factor into the weekend starting roles here, depending upon how things shake out. Count runs full here. He's one of our more experienced arms. Has seen a lot of Peach Belt innings. Thought we might lose him last year as he did finish his undergrad last season. Called strike 3. Caught him looking at Jorgensen. That's the first strikeout for Hester's relief outing. Base is empty, 2 down. Center fielder Jordan Lala. Lala, a junior from Tampa, transfer from Miami. Grabs the outside corner with that breaking pitch. Good frame job there by Holloway. So it looked like that was tailing off the plate. First year for Lala with Tampa. 6-0 the score here. After the solo shot. 6 runs on 7 hits, no errors for Tampa. Georgia College, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We got there now a 2-1 count as that fastball missed up. Nobody going in the Bobcat pen, so it's up to Hester for now. The set, pitch, outside, 3-1 now. Josh Rulai on deck. And the Bobcats hoping to see him next inning. 3-1 pitch. Lifted to left center. Could be trouble. Sliding attempt and catch by Brandon Bellflower for the out. Nice grab there on the sinking liner off the bat of Lala. But Tampa picks up some more damage. A solo shot and a big one from Dan Sullivan. Puts him up 6-0 here as we head to the bottom of the third. For GC, it will be 8-9-1 due up. We'll be back with some more baseball here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Back to action here from John Kurtz Field. Not real good news so far for the Bobcats. Tampa's put up runs in every inning so far, including a big 4 spot in the first, and GC trails 6-0 as we head to the bottom of the third inning.
Now hitting for your Bobcats.
Bobcats have
Matthew
8-9-1 due up, so Matthew Chester will get his first trip to the plate today. Chester playing center field. And he has played in all 3 games with a couple of starts, hitting 300, 3 hits, 10 trips, and 2 runs scored and an RBI. So Matthew taking advantage of the opportunity here. As regular center fielder and former All-Peach Belt player Cam Hill is out for a little bit with an injury. I'm told next weekend should be firing things back up again for Cam. Curious what that will mean for Matthew, as there's a called strike there. 0-2. And Chester has played right for us in the past, as well as been in that DH slot. So got some options out there for Matthew if he can keep a hot bat. 0-2 pitch. Cut on and missed, and he goes down on strikes to start off the third. Strikeout number 2 of the game for Nick Long.
Dominic Lorenzo.
Dominic Lorenzo now will dig in. See what Dom can do here against the righty. Lorenzo, a 200 hitter so far. And he lifts one to center. Going to add to it right there. Drops it in for a base knock. It'll be his 3rd hit of the year. He's got an RBI and a double as well. That is hit number 2 of the ball game for GC, both singles.
Paul Grazini.
That brings up Paul Grazini, senior right fielder from Marietta, Georgia, and a transfer from Gordon State. Gordon State now at the helm of that program down there. I think the Highlanders, they are, is former Kent State or former Georgia College assistant coach Kent Rollins. Tried to bluff a run there, did Lorenzo, and he held up. I don't know if maybe there was a hit and run on that Grazini didn't see, but Lorenzo made a real strong move towards second, then slammed on the brakes. He's 1 for 1 in stolen base attempts so far this year. He does have one of the 2 for the Bobcats. Yep, gonna earn yourself a throw over there if you start dancing around like that. And Lorenzo's back safely. Grazini works close to the plate. Came in on the fist, and he fouls it back out of play. 1-1. Georgia College 2-1 on the young season. Picked up a victory in 12 innings at Savannah State on Tuesday. And then split yesterday's action with the Spartans. An 11-4 victory for Tampa in the first game of the doubleheader. And then a 5-4 victory to rebound for the Bobcats. Along with the set, the pitch misses outside. We're at 2-1 now. GC going to hit the road for a little bit. I don't think we're back home again until the 15th of February against Shorter. Some midweek non-conference action. Again, Lorenzo leaning a little bit there on that throw to first. So we might be able to be trying to take advantage of Tom's speed here and see if we can get a runner in scoring position. There he goes. Hit, run, and it's sent to the right side. Nice dive and stop there by Wicklemeyer, as he had all of his stuff moving towards second base to cover or to back up the cover of the bag.
Now batting for the Bobcats,
but was able to make the stop and pick up Grazini at first base. So 2 down now, and a runner on second. Going to take a clutch hit from Casey Brown to make something happen. Brown from Savannah, and another South Georgia State transfer. This one to the left side will get through. Right where Casey put his last hit. The throw is cut off. They're going to let Dom score. Casey Brown puts the Bobcats on the board with a single through the left side. The plate, Dominic Lorenzo from second base.
Spivey.
It is now 6-1. Bobcats trail. Two hits now for Brown in the ball game. He's 2 for 2. That's the first run batted into the season for the senior. Mason Spivey at the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Had a unfortunate double play ball in the first that took away the dangerous offensive situation for GC at the time. I think it was first and second with nobody out. Spivey, back foot all the way on the back chalk. Wide open stance. Lots of movement there in the left-hand batter's box. He's a little late on that swing. Fouls it out of play. I got an 0-2 count for the big fella. Mason Spivey in his first year with GC. Spivey, a redshirt sophomore, 6'3", 195, from Appling, Georgia, and South Georgia College. Runner goes. Little flip of the bat out there. Going to roll through the left side for a single. A hit him where they ain't type of single there. As Spivey didn't even make a full swing at that thing for hit number 4 of the ball game. Back-to-back singles for GC, and that puts Palmer Sapp at the plate with 2 ducks on the pond. Palmer's another newcomer for the Bobcats. Hitting 167 coming into the contest with a couple hits and a run scored. Palmer, sophomore eligibility-wise, but he's a transfer from Georgia Highlands and a native of Dawsonville. Pitch taken for a strike there. Dawsonville, I think the hometown of Luke Chisholm from the basketball team as well. Palmer, right-hand batter there, as you see, also working on the back chalk. A lot of the Bobcat hitters back in the zone. Cut on a miss there, and deep hole here. I believe it's 0-2 for Palmer Sapp. Sapp playing third base. He can play a little bit of middle infield as well. The set. Long look in. Here it comes. Flared that one back for a foul ball. Count remains 0-2. Busy day today here at the Peeler Complex on West Campus as we've got 4 softball games as part of the GC Invitational. Bobcats will play at 1 against Florida Tech and then take on Emmanuel again at 5 p.m. I doubt either one of those times will actually happen, though, as things will probably get delayed. Pitch taken for a strike, and it's called strike 3. So that is the third strikeout of the game for Long. But the Bobcats do some damage, pick up 1 run on 3 hits. All 3 were singles as Casey Brown drives in Dominic Lorenzo for the first run of the game for GC. It is now Tampa 6, Georgia College 1. Let's head to the top of the 4th here. John Kurtzfield will be right back. All right, folks, let's head to the top of the fourth for the Spartans. I've got Jordan Lotla due up. No, that's not correct. We got Ruley. Ruley, the catcher, to lead things off. Grabs the outside corner for a strike here against Josh Ruley. Top half of the fourth, off the very end of the bat. And well ahead now is Hester as he works in his second inning here in relief. Ruley, a sophomore from Riverview, Florida, and a transfer from Pensacola State College. Reaches out to send that one to short. Casey Brown throwing on the move and throws a dart over to first base for out number one. Nice effort there from the senior shortstop. Well, back to the top of the order, Nicholas Wicklemeyer.
Now batting for the Spartans, Nicholas Wicklemeyer.
Wicklemeyer is 1 for 2. He singled, scored a run, stole a base, and then struck out in his most recent trip. Pitch to second, to Hopper. Lorenzo tracks it down, stops, and fires to first for out number 2. So a couple of ground outs, and there's 2 down with the bases empty for E.J. Cumbo.
Now batting for the Spartans, E.J. Cumbo.
New York native is 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs, 1 to second, 1 to third. Cumbo waggling that bat in the left-hand batter's box. He skies one to left. Brandon Bellflower on the run. He will not get to it. It was fading away from him. Looked like he had a beat on it early. He throws it into the cutoff man. That's a stand-up double for E.J. Cumbo. Awkward play there as it looked like Brandon was going to get to it, and then at the last second he had to put on the Jets and make a diving attempt that came up empty. That looks like the second extra base hit, well, the second double of the game. There's been 2 home runs as well. But the first hit for E.J. Cumbo. Runner on second. 2 down, so the Bobcats can still escape here. But Drew Earhart has been tough today. A single and a home run, 2 for 2, with 3 RBI already. That pitch is low for a ball. Drew has been a mainstay there for the Spartans. Looks like he's wrapping up his career here now. This one sent sharply to short. Brown comes up with it. Throw to first in plenty of time for out number 3. Hit hard, but right at Brown, and the Bobcats, for the first time today, put up a 0 on the scoreboard. Nicely done. Could it be a harbinger of good things to come in the bottom half of the fourth? We will see. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Away we go. Austin Holloway will get us going in the bottom half of the fourth when we come back. All right, folks, Austin Holloway leads the way for the
Austin
Bobcats
Holloway.
here in the bottom of the fourth. Georgia College with a scoreless top half for the first time in this contest, but trail at 6-2-1 as we get things going here in the fourth. Holloway, a ground out to first base in his lone trip today. And that pitch misses for a ball. Austin, a senior from Social Circle and East Side High. Last year hit .248 as the regular catcher for the Bobcats. This one fouled back to the fence. That was after a pretty strong sophomore and junior season, up over 300. So big things were expected of Holloway last year, and so he'll look at forgetting last season and trying to get back to old form here. And it looks like in the early going, he sure has. A floater of a curveball. It snaps into the inside half of the zone. Holloway came in with a team-high 6 hits on the season thus far, including 2 doubles. The set, here's Long, outside for a ball, 2-2. Holloway had a nice first at bat, even though it ended up with just the ground out. He started off 0-2 and then battled back to even things out. I think he ended up seeing 9 or 10 pitches in that at bat. So working hard up there as the catcher. Here it comes to the right side. That's Wicklemeyer struggling with it as he spins around, then makes a low throw to first. That's going to be an error on the second baseman. First error of the ball game.
Now batting for the Bobcats, number 32, Sam Sly.
Sam Sly makes his second trip to the plate today. He struck out looking back in the second inning. First time he heads to the plate with a runner on base, though. Sam with a slightly closed stance. The curveball that grabbed the top half of the zone there. Sam thought it was going to stay high, and it just trickled down to the top half. Sly from Atlanta, Georgia, and Gordon State transfer. Takes a look at one low and inside. It's 1-1 now. Sam played in only 9 ball games last year. Hit .217, drove in 3. Tossed to first. Did they get him? No. Oh, man, the Tampa defense thought they had Holloway picked off as Sullivan came out of that tag rather excited, and it was a close one. Runner goes, swung on, and sent to right. Good little hit and run here. Holloway will head to third. The throw is sharp and almost in time. Wow. Holloway stayed up and almost got tagged on that one, as that was a strong throw from right for Cumbo.
Now batting for
But the hit and run
number 22,
puts the runners on the corners for Brandon Bellflower. Bellflower still looking for his first hit this year, although he does lead the team with 4 runs batted in. Well executed hit and run by a couple of seniors in Sly and Holloway. And the Bobcats are threatening here with nobody out. Hit number 5 of the ball game for GC. Outside for a ball. Bellflower, sophomore eligibility-wise, he played one redshirt season at ABAC before transferring. That was part of the COVID year of 2020. Was our everyday starter at first base last year. 6'4", 205 for him. This makes for a pretty big strike zone He did hit over 300 last year at 302. Was one of our leading returners and runs batted in as well. So he made an impact as a freshman, but from time to time, a large swing that got some gaps that can be exploited from time to time. And a few strikeouts for the rookie last year. Got hot toward the mid to late part of the season and was really one of our better offensive players in the second half of the year, as he started to adjust maybe to the level of play. Ooh, bad intentions on that swing, as he was trying to put 3 up on the board, and he came up empty on the fastball. Brandon Bellflower, a bit of a legacy Georgia College-wise. His father was a golfer for the Bobcats, and I believe his grandfather also played baseball here. Cut on a miss, 1-2. Local product here from Milledgeville, as he went to John Millage. I imagine part of some very good baseball there, as they won at least one state championship during his time. Long 1-2 pitch. Foul back and out of play. Bellflower almost had that one timed. Got a little bit underneath it, though. And sent it right back. Stands nearly straight up in that left-hand batter's box, 6'4" frame. Flipped to first there to check the runner, Sly. I don't know that he's much of a danger in the stolen base category. Let's see if he did anything last year that way. Nope, didn't attempt any steals last season. Buckled the knees and lifted that one foul. Brandon doing a good job spoiling a couple of tough pitches here. Waiting for a mistake from Long. Bellflower, first baseman last year, moves to left field this year. Has made one great catch in today's action. I don't know how things went yesterday for him. Had another spot where he overran a ball and then had another ball that just, it must have been wind or something, because it just fired away from him late. There is a little bit of wind blowing toward the left field line, so that might be the case on that double. Slide back safely again at first base. Just a slight little waggle to the bat for Bellflower as he awaits a 1-2 pitch. Will he see one here? Here it comes. That's rifled to right for a single. Holloway will score easily. And the Bobcats now trail at 6-2 after an RBI rip from Brandon Bellflower. Nicely done, young fella.
That might have been Bobcats number 5, Matthew Chester. Take my leave. I gotta go.
Run batted in here for Bellflower. Is now his 5th of the season. And again, his first hit of the year. First and second now for Matthew Chester. Chester, a strikeout victim in his lone trip. A little excuse me swing there. It goes just foul. Tried to check his swing and unfortunately caught a piece of it. But just a foul ball for the junior. Chester, a junior eligibility-wise, but he is a senior in the academics. A 5'11", 205 from Evans and Greenbrier High. Matthew last year hit .256, a home run, 6 runs batted in, played in 15 ball games, and is now getting a little conversation with the head coach about his approach perhaps over there down the third baseline. Some things to work out. Maybe something that Coach Belcher sees defensively. Belcher in his second year as a head coach here at Georgia College. Really excited to have Nolan back. He was a assistant coach for some pretty good baseball in a Bobcat uniform. And went to the College of Charleston as an assistant, and now we have him back. Skied, and wow, the two run into each other. It was a fair ball as well. Looked like Chester got involved there. I don't know if he might have slowed somebody up, but it was a sliding attempt for the catcher, Rulai, and it's going to be a single for Chester on that. He was trying to sacrifice. And the sliding attempt by the catcher cut out the legs of the pitcher. And I think we're going to take a minute, make sure that that Long's okay after that collision. But it is an infield single for Matthew Chester, and it loads the bases here. Unfortunate play there for the Spartans. A little bit of a miscue. We got a pinch hitter here for the Bobcats as Ben Tooten will grab a war club for the first time. It's the first hitter
now batting for the Bobcats, Ben Tooten,
to come off the bench in today's contest. Ben 0 for 2 on the season, has played in one game. Had a great year last year, transferring from A-back as well. 356 his batting average. Played in 19 contests with 10 starts. Had 5 runs batted in. Swung on, sent up the middle. Will it get through? No. Sliding stop by the shortstop and a fire to first by Earhart. That was slick. That could have been a hit that played at a couple runs, but instead it's a ground out that gets one across.
Now batting for the Bobcats, number 2, Paul Grazini.
Okay, so the RBI for Tooten, his first this year. Everybody moves up a bag, and we're back to the top of the order. Grazini, he's 0 for 1 today. Also reached on a walk with his ground out. Paul with 2 runners in scoring position. Bobcats have made it 6-3 now after that ground out. This is hit well to the right side, but gloved nicely there by the second baseman, Wicklemeyer. And another run comes in, 6-4 now.
Now batting for the Bobcats, number 10, Casey Brown.
So the Bobcats taking advantage and plating a couple of runs here. Brown at the plate, 2 for 2 with a couple of singles, and he's got an RBI to his credit. Grazini's RBI ground out picks up his second run batted into the season. Long look in, and a fastball up high, one of each now for Casey Brown. Got a right-hander working in the Spartan bullpen. Early goings, though, just some soft toss looks like there for number 13, Alex Pasarella. The pitch lifted, center field, la underneath it in plenty of time for the out. Georgia College, though, scampers back into this thing, picks up 3 runs on 3 hits, all singles. 1 error, 1 left. With 4 completed is now Tampa 6 and Georgia College 4. A little bit of momentum headed in the blue and green favor. We'll be right back with some more here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Okay, folks, back to it here as we got 4, 5, 6 due up in the Tampa Spartan order. Giovanni Lorenzo to lead off. He's got a single in 2 trips, 1 for 2 with runs scored. Takes the ball there, 1-0 for the big lefty. First time he faces Hester. He is the last batter to have not faced Jacob in this one. Break and pitch, nips the outside corner. Looked like maybe a slider there. Had some movement away from that lefty batter, but with some speed. So a slider or cutter, something like that. 1-2 is ripped but foul. That'll just barely miss the Spartan bullpen. Wide open stance for Giovanni Lorenzo as he awaits a 1-2. Inside with a fastball. And he jackknifes out of the way of that one. Long set here from Hester, the pitch. Went with a breaking pitch. I think that snapped down into the dirt. Full count now for the DH. Take a look at the Peach Belt standings here. Got a couple undefeated teams left. Young Harris at 3-0 and Columbus State at 2-0. Those are 2 of the nationally ranked squads this year. This is hit well to the right field. Fair or foul. Going to get down foul and rattle around in the bullpen. Bobcats at 2-1 are tied for second in most wins in the league right now. Only Claflin has not played any ball games yet. Let's see if they got some action today. They do not. Pretty decent slate of Peach Belt baseball going on today. I'll give you a little bit of that picture maybe in a moment. Another payoff pitch on the way. Did not check his swing. They're going to say he went through. And that is a strikeout to pick up Lorenzo. Out number 1 here in the 5th.
Now batting for the Spartans, Dan Sullivan.
I got 2 strikeouts for Hester as he works now in his 3rd inning of relief. Dan Sullivan, who blasted a home run to left center, was the first opponent of Hester. He's first pitch swinging again, and he skies another one. This one to left, and Bellflower again has to put on the Jets late. Some wind that he is battling out there. And it might be something to be said, too, that he's fairly young out there in left field. He spent the whole year at first base last season.
Spartans, number 29, Luke Glancy.
But an adventure to pick up out number 2. Good job by Bellflower to stick with it, as it just appeared to be tailing. And again, it was coming off the lefty's bat, so it probably did have some spin toward the line. Clancy at the plate, first pitch swinging for him, and he fouls it back. Glancy is 0 for 2, a strikeout in the first, and then facing Hester, he flew out to center. That was in the 3rd. Here we are in the top of the 5th. And a pitch dropped in there for a strike. It's 0-2. So Flagler College at home against Queens today. Georgia Southwestern at home against Eckerd College. North Georgia has Lee University at home. USC Aiken is playing at UNC Pembroke, former PBC school, as that one's fouled off. That should be a good ball game there. Those are 2 historically good programs. And then Columbus State is at the University of West Alabama. as well. Columbus State, I believe, somewhere in the teens as far as the national ranks go. They're the highest-ranked squad in the PBC. 0-2. Swung on a missed. He struck him out. 1, 2, 3 go the Spartans, as things have shifted pretty good here into GC favor. That's the third strikeout for Hester. Let's head to the sixth. Bobcats down by a pair, 6-4. We'll be right back.
Now batting for the
All right, bottom half of the fifth. I misspoke before we went to the break there. Apologies. Got Mason Spivey, the number 3 hitter, leading off for Georgia College, as they trail by a pair here, 6-4. Good little surge here for the Bobcats. 4 unanswered runs for GC. 1 in the third and 3 more in the fourth. Here we stand in the fifth. Spivey is 1 for 2 with a single, and he also grounded into a double play. Pitch taken for a strike there. Long deals and fastball tipped into the glove. Might have been a little bit high. Spivey might have helped him out just a hair there. Spivey, a tall lefty, 6'3", just an inch shy of Brandon Bellflower in that left-hand batter's box. 1-2 down the count. I think those two probably about the tallest on the squad. Got a couple of 6'4s here in Mason Brown and Josh Patterson. Oop, Bryce Bowen. How could I forget about Bryce? 6'5". All right, looks like a 2-2 count here for Spivey as he's even things back out. Choking up on the bat there. Get better control, and he drops this one just foul to the left side. Took that outside pitch and just kind of slapped at it, hoping to catch some chalk down the line there, and he did not. Sat here for long. Pitch. Breaking ball and a nice one, but I guess it just stayed a little bit high. That must have been tough for Spivey to lay off there, as that one nearly snapped down into the zone. Pasarella still working in the Spartan bullpen. This one tipped foul back to the fence. Of course, Long's got to get through this fifth inning if he wants to qualify for the win. But should he get into any trouble, I imagine Coach Urso and the gang will be more concerned about the team victory instead of the one for Long. His pitching count, I got around 65. Skied to center, and no trouble here for Lala as he holds up to grab that one. One down for Palmer Sapp.
Now batting for the Bobcats, number 3, Palmer Sapp.
Sapp is 0 for 2. He grounded out in the first and struck out in the third. Sapp has been in this cleanup spot, I think, for every ball game so far here for GC. Skied foul, back and out to the right side. It'll get over toward the softball diamond. I believe the Bobcat softball squad now in action. I think I heard they got things underway there for Game 2 of the 4-game tournament here today. Grabs the outside corner. Now 0-2 again. Bobcats have Florida Tech, the Panthers, in this softball contest going on right now. You can pull that up as well on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Chop to short and covering the ground, but a low throw to first. That's going to be an error on Earhart. As Palmer Sapp will check into first base with one down. Earhart had to cover a lot of ground there.
Holloway.
Came up with it pretty clean, but then one hop the throw over to first base, and Sullivan couldn't pick it. Austin Holloway, the catcher, 0 for 2. Grounded out to first and also reached on an error to second. Fired in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Bullpen quiet for GC. I guess it's up to Jacob Hester to eat up these middle innings. He has been pretty sharp so far. 2 scoreless in a row for the lefty. As the Bobcats trying to claw back into it here. Throw over to first. And back is Sapp. Sat here from Long. Bobcats have been pretty active against Long on the base pass, so these throws over to first are pretty well warranted as that one's laced foul. 0-2. GC with just 2 stolen bases on the year, but have had a couple of hit-and-run opportunities here today. Runner stays put there, and a flip of a swing for Holloway as he got fooled on the outside corner for strike 3. 2 down.
Now batting for the Bobcats, number 32, Sam Sly.
That is the 4th strikeout for Long here. And now it's going to be up to Sam Sly to try and make something happen as the Bobcats have a streak going of runs in each of the last 2 innings and don't want to see that dry up here. Sly pounds both sides of the plate. Deep bend at the knees for Sam. Here comes the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Brandon Bellflower on deck. We hope to see him come to the plate. He does have an RBI single today. The pitch lifted right side, not a play. pitch from long, cut on and missed by Sly, and he goes down on strikes. Got fooled on looked like a fastball up and away. Strikeout number 5, and a big spot for one there with the runner on base. So the error causes no harm for the Spartans. Now we have 5 complete. How about we go to the 6th? Georgia College trailing 6-4. Back with more here in just a moment. Top half of the 6th inning. Spartans will bring McAllister Jorgensen to start.
Now
So it's 7, 8, 9.
McAllister Jorgensen.
Due up for UT. Jorgensen 0 for 1 officially walked, and he struck out. Looking to make contact as that was a looking strikeout against Hester in the 3rd. Jacob continuing to work. I got him at 33 pitches here in the relief outing. That one's outside. Quick 2-0 count for McAllister Jorgensen. Open stance for him, and he lines one, but it's foul. Set from Hester, always working from the set. And he fires a strike in there. It's 2-2. Marietta, Georgia native is Hester. Chopper up the middle. Will it get through? Yes, it will. Just a bounding ball that Ben Tooten couldn't catch up with before it carried through the middle. So Jorgensen with his first hit and hit number 7 of the ball game for Tampa. Gives him a leadoff base runner here. They've done that 2 prior times, and both times that runner has scored. Hester scoops, the throw to first, and did not get him. That's going to be an infield single on the bunt there for Lala. Good speed from the center fielder.
Now batting.
Jorgensen now at second. It's first and second with nobody out. A little dangerous situation here as Rulai is up now. Rulai 0 for 2. I got to imagine he'll be charged with trying to get a bunt down here to put both of those runners in scoring position. The base runners have activated the Georgia College bullpen. Has some early tosses, but intentioned ones over there. Throw to third. Do they get him? Yes. Tried to get that bunt down, and Hester, the lefty, able to cut off the lead runner. Smart play there by the experienced veteran.
For the Spartans,
Had that play
Nicholas
develop
Wicklemeyer.
right in front of him. And he was able to pick up the out. Back to the top, Nicholas Wicklemeyer, the second baseman, up. 1 hit and 3 at-bats for him. He's got a stolen base and a run scored. Most recent trip, a ground out. That's the only time facing Hester so far. First and second, 1 down. No bunt to show there, and a pitch taken for a strike. Did forget to mention that the pinch hitter Ben Tooten stayed in the ball game at second base. Taking over for Lorenzo there. Ben, very versatile player. He can play just about anywhere on the field. That one's low. Going to be 1-1 now. Six to 4 the score here. Top of the 6th. Outside, 2-1. Spartans with 6 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. Georgia College with 4 runs on 7 hits and no errors. Did not see that pitch. Daniel, did you catch it or no? All right. All right, if it was a ball, it's a 3-1 count. We'll see. Yep, 3-1 it is. Thank you, Mr. Umpire. Chop to second. Might be 2. The flip. And the throw for Brown. Got him. Tooten to Brown to Spivey. And the Bobcats get out of a heck of a jam in the top of the 6th. Great effort there by the defense. And Georgia College still trailing by a pair as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Bottom of the sixth, we'll start with Brandon Bellflower. First pitch to him misses outside. New pitcher for the Spartans as well is Alex Pasarella. Bellflower today 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Pasarella is a junior, 6'2", 230 from Howard Beach, New York. And a transfer from the New York Institute of Technology. Pasarella, the junior righty. That one misses outside. I got a 3-1 count. Pasarella not pitched yet this year. And he did play some last year. 4 appearances for him, a 1-0 record with a 4.70 ERA. Just 7 2/3 innings pitched for Alex last season. This one, a one-hopper to second. Up nicely with it. Wicklemeyer for the out at first. One down for Matthew Chester. Chester is 1 for 2 with a single.
Now batting for the Bobcats, number 5, Matthew Chester.
Also struck out. Matthew will dig into that right-hand batter's box. Virtually standing straight up, and he tried to check his swing, but went well through the zone there. The kick and the fire, that one tipped foul, actually came up and looked like it hit Chester maybe on the side or hip there. Deep in the hole now is Matthew at 0-2. Six to 4 the score here in the bottom of the sixth. Pasarella, the pitch, bounces in the left-hand batter's box, 1-2. Bobcats have a righty working in their pen. That is big number 36, Josh Patterson. Another newcomer to GC baseball this year. Pasarella now with a 2-2 delivery. Tip foul right back to the fence. Cold day here at the Kurtz. I think we're probably still in the mid-40s. Doesn't feel like it's gotten any better. Nope, we did get into the 50s. All the way up to 52. Look at that. Tried to check his swing there. They're going to say that indeed he did go around on the pitch in the dirt. Out number 2 here in the 6th, and that brings up Ben Tooten.
Now batting for the Bobcats, Ben Tooten.
Tooten came in as a pinch hitter and drove in a run with a ground out. That was in the 4th. Tipped that thing foul there at the plate. Ben, a junior, eligibility-wise, 5'11", 190 from Bristol, Georgia. Transfer from A-back. Now at second base. Slow roller to the right side. Pasarella will field his own position there and take care of things. on the ground out. So the Bobcats go in order here. Nothing doing in the sixth. We are 6 complete now. Number 1, Tampa with 6 runs, and Georgia College with 4. Be back with the top of the 7th and much more in just a moment. Back to it here as we hit the top of the 7th inning, getting late. Bobcats still down by a pair. 2-3-4 due up for the Spartans. It's E.J. Cumbo to start things off. The right fielder is 1 for 3, but that one is a double. Oh, and this is hit sharply to right field. So back-to-back hits for Cumbo as he laces one through the right side to start off the 7th. Drew Earhart, the shortstop, up now.
The Spartans, Drew Earhart.
Earhart with a home run to his credit today. He's 2 for 3, scored twice, and driven in 2. That time call here. Here comes Nolan Belcher to talk with Hester. And he's going to bring the whole infield with him. I've got Jacob at 46 pitches right now. I don't know what the limit is, and yep, he has taken the ball from him. So we will get a pitching change for the Bobcats. Going to be the big righty Patterson. We'll tell you a little bit more about him when we come back. Okay, folks, Bobcats have gone to the bullpen for the second time today. First one went pretty well. Let's do it again, right? As Jacob Hester with some great relief to hold the Spartans in check. Just 1 run over his, 4 innings. But he is on the hook for E.J. Cumbo over at first base after that single. The new pitcher, the big righty, Josh Patterson. Patterson, a sophomore, 6'4", 235 from Bluffton, South Carolina. He's a transfer from Florence Darlington Tech. I believe they call it Flodar up there. He's in his first year with GC. He's made 1 appearance. It was in relief. Gave up a pair of runs. That was at Savannah State on Tuesday. He had 4 hits, a walk. Did strike out 2 over his 3 innings. So that ERA at an even 6. So Josh will be looking to cut into that a little bit with some work here against the number 1 team in the country. Drew Earhart at the plate again. A home run already to his credit today. 2 hits and 3 trips. Had that solo blast off of Crooms in the second. So Patterson inherits the runner at first base. That is Cumbo. He's singled to start off the inning. Runner goes. Swung on a miss. Throw down to second is not in time. Brown was a little bit late getting there, it looked like, and was able to apply the move and tag to around the lower back area of Cumbo. But it was not in time. A stolen base for EJ. 0-1 to count. Pitch was a strike there. So, stolen base for Cumbo. His first attempt is successful. Squaring to bunt, pull it back, and taking a big cut and a miss there was Earhart. Now he is deep in the hole, 0-2. His job now probably to hit something to the right side and make sure he gets Cumbo over to third base. A big run. That would be a 3-run advantage if they could bring in Cumbo. Bounces in the left-hand batter's box. Smothered nicely by Holloway. He's a good one back there behind the plate. Very active and agile. But he kept that pitch from getting wild, and it's 1-2. Patterson working from the stretch. First base side of the rubber. Here he comes. It's a fastball in the dirt. 2-2. Patterson, a big fella. Looks like he's also got some big feet out there. I say he's working from the first base side of the rubber, but I think he's also working from the third base at the same time. It's a big tootsie. I guess you need those. You know, you kind of got to keep your balance, right? Pitch low. Full count here. And Josh has got a big job here against a very experienced Division II player in Drew Earhart. A full count. You don't want to put another runner on here, but you can't groove one against a tough hitter. Got to find an edge or find a not meaty part of the bat here. Does Patterson. The pitch. Oh, he got him looking. What a great location there from the big righty for out number 1. Couldn't have come in a bigger spot right there. But we're not out of the woods yet as Giovanni Lorenzo will dig in.
Now batting
Lorenzo 1 for 3.
Giovanni Lorenzo.
That was a single way back in the first. He has scored a run. Big lead out at second. Stays put, and a fastball off the edge, I guess. Didn't miss by much. Lorenzo, the DH. Junior from Fort Byers. Awaits a 1-0 pitch from Patterson. That one further outside. It's 2-0. Appreciate you tuning in here again on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Excited to bring you a new season of Georgia College baseball. Every home contest we'll have for you. Up into the breadbasket there of Mason Spivey, and he'll win the foot race to first base. Runner does advance over to third, but now with 2 down.
Now batting for the Spartans, Dan Sullivan.
2 down for Dan Sullivan. Sullivan's had a pretty good day with a double and a home run. 2 runs scored, 2 driven in. Last trip, though, a fly to left. So he is 2 for 3. Powerful first baseman. Couldn't hold up on that one as he was out in front of the breaking pitch. 0-1. Again, appreciate your patience yesterday, folks, with the broadcast as we have our technology kind of strung a little thin. We had a ton of home athletic action yesterday, and we're trying to give everybody some coverage. So we had to go with the silent broadcast out here. 1-1 the count. I did get a phone call during the day that the stream had gone down at one point in game number 1. Apologies for that as well. Chopped to right, and it will trickle foul. When that broadcast went down, I was busy doing statistics for our basketball doubleheader, so very little I could do about that. Bobcats have the big fella Sullivan played to pull in the infield big time. Outfield has him actually the opposite field a little bit. Went outside, caught him swinging there. Went after one well outside of the zone, did Sullivan. And a pair of strikeouts for Patterson as he comes in and cuts him down 1-2-3 despite the inherited runner. All right, so we have reached stretch time here at John Kurtz Field. We will head to the bottom of the 7th. Bobcats trail still by just a pair. We'll be right back with some more.
Grazini.
Back to it, folks, here. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Got Paul Grazini, the senior, to lead things off for GC. Second full inning of relief for Pasarella here. First time he faces Grazini, of course. Paul's 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. He has driven in a run and also walked. Pasarella works from the stretch all the time. The starter Long did that too. So the Bobcats haven't seen anybody pitch from a full windup today. Pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now the count to Paul Grazini. Marietta native. Paul patrolling right field once again here today. Kick and the fire, and this one is rifled but foul. Got well out in front of that off-speed pitch from Pasarella. Swung on, and a slow roller to short. Going to have to work quick, and he gets him. Does Earhart. Rolling grounder there for Grazini to start things off.
Now batting for the Bobcats, number 10, Casey Brown.
Casey Brown has been pretty hot today. Couple of singles and 3 trips. Drove in a run. Pitch to him, and it grabs the outside half. Looked like a pretty good one there. Must have had some movement on it as Brown laid off. Casey with good power. Can do some damage. Had a real good start to that 2020 COVID year before things got shut down. He was our cleanup hitter, and I think he had at least 1 home run, maybe a couple before the break. Then chose to take last year away from baseball and is back here. I believe he's doing a supply chain management master's now at GC. Kicks off the plate there for a ball. It is 2-2. Casey Brown, Savannah native. Again, started out his career with the Bobcats as a first baseman, but is charged with holding down shortstop now. Cut on and missed. Fooled him on one in the dirt. Just dropped off the table there, it looked like. 2 down. That's the second strikeout here in the second inning of relief for Pasarella.
That's number 27, Mason Spivey.
Pasarella has looked pretty darn good, setting down 5 in a row here since entering the ball game. Mason Spivey in now. 1 hit and 3 trips. That was a single in the third. Most recent at bat was a fly out to center. First pitch bounces up there. Spivey checks the swing, and it's 1-0. The kick and the fire. Big hop over to third base. That's Jorgensen throwing on the move for out number 3. So the Bobcats go in order again here with that ground out from Spivey. 7 complete now. It's Tampa 6, Georgia College 4. The relief pitchers seem to have taken this one over as bats for both teams have quieted down. We'll be back with some more here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. All right, back to it, folks. We are in the top half of the 8th inning. It's getting late here at John Kurtz Field. Tampa has led since the first. Put up 4 runs in the very first inning, added another run to it in the second, and one more in the third, and then things got real quiet for the Spartans. But that 6-run spot that we gave them has held up so far as it's 6-4. Called strike to start off Luke Glancy, the left fielder. Glancy 0 for 3. One of the few Spartans without a hit here today. I'm going to take a quick scan of things. Looks like Rulai as well without a hit. Got a 2-1 count here. That one misses as well. Let's make it 3-1. Luke Glancy showing some patience here. There's a big cut and a miss as he got the pitch he wanted and missed it. Patterson came in relief last inning with a runner on first base and then set the Spartans down in order, including a couple of strikeouts. That one just barely misses inside for a walk.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 16, McAllister Jorgensen.
Third baseman McAllister Jorgensen in there now. He is 1 for 2. A single in his last at bat. That came in the 6th. Also a walk, so he's reached base twice. With that leadoff walk, I got to imagine Jorgensen probably going to try and lay a bunt down here. Pretty good execution from the Spartans all weekend long on the small ball aspects. We'll see what happens here. Tip foul. Jordan Lala, the center fielder, on deck. Patterson with a look over to first. Now he throws to first. And Glancy back safely. Oh, check that. That's not Glancy over at first base. Must have a pinch runner here. Jose Cadenas. Going away and throw down to first, but nobody covering there, so Bellflower cuts it off. All right, let's get Cadenas in the ball game here. There we go. All right, 1-1 count. Cadenas, a junior from Tampa, and a transfer from Hillsborough Community College. Runner goes, and the one hopper there is gloved by Spivey to step on the bag. So that ground out puts the runner on second base with one down. And Jordan Lala at the plate. That one in there for a strike, nipped the lower portion of the zone. Patterson steps off the rubber and he'll regroup here. Got to try and keep the Spartans right where they're at if we're going to get this final rally. Fouled off to the fence. And deep in the hole, 0-2 now, is Jordan Lala. Lala's has 2 hits and 3 trips. Both singles. He's driven in 1 run. Capped the scoring in the first inning as he drove in the 4th of that hot start for Tampa. Pitch gets away from Holloway. So the wild toss will put runner on third with just 1 down. Lala digs in with a 1-2 count. Infield in here for the Cats. Going to try and stop this 7th run from coming across. Want to keep that lead right at 2 runs. Cadenas on third, the pinch runner. The kick and the fire. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout there for Patterson. As now it makes out number 2. And that runner's still hanging out on third base.
Now batting for the Spartans.
Josh Rulai, the catcher.
Rulai.
We'll dig into that right-hand batter's box. Rulai 0 for 3. A fly to right, a ground out to short, and then he reached on a fielder's choice. Pitch low and away in the dirt there. Start him off 1-0. Bobcats have Rulai played pretty deep in the outfield, particularly in left. Shaded a little bit to the right side, to the opposite field. There's a strike. Patterson living on this lower portion of the zone. I don't know if he's got something with some sink to it, perhaps, that just grabs that bottom edge. 1-1 pitch. Right side. Oh, whoa. Tough play there, Ben Tooten. One hopper to first. Oh, my goodness. That ball hopped once, and then the second time it hit the cutout and nearly got away from Tooten. Quick reactions like a hockey goalie out there. And the flip to first, a scoop from Spivey. My goodness, the Bobcats escaped with one there. That looked like a run for sure. Be back with the bottom of the 8th after this. Okay, we got some defensive makeup here. Going to reset things for you, folks. The pinch runner, at least I'm about 85% sure that he didn't hit there. Cadenas, he stays in the ball game. He was pinch running for the left fielder, Glancy, but he's going to move to center and then shove Lala over to left field. So some real good speed right now for the Spartan defense. I got to imagine it's going to be tough to get something down in the outfield with these guys out there right now. And then the new pitcher here for the top of the 8th as well is the sidewinder Dalton Ross. Ross is a junior, 6'4", 210. And he's from Statesboro, Georgia. Look at that. All right, went to Statesboro High School and a transfer from Bryan College. So Dalton back in his home state here, and he's going to face Palmer Sapp to start things off.
Now batting for the Bobcats, number 3, Palmer
Ross did appear
Sapp.
in the doubleheader yesterday, went 1 inning and struck out all 3 batters he faced. So Ross is a tough one. Bobcats got some work to do here. Trailing by a pair. And got the meaty part of the order here, 4, 5, 6 coming up. Old floater of a breaking pitch that trickles out of the zone. Got a righty warming up for the Spartans. That's 12, Alex Caney out there. Alex Caney. So we might see him if things go sideways for Ross. It's a 1-1 count right now. Sapp, the Bobcat, third baseman. Looking for his first hit. Takes a strike there. He is 0 for 3 today. Reached on an error. Also grounded out and struck out. Swung on and missed. Breaking pitch a little bit outside, and Sapp didn't catch up with it.
Now batting for the Bobcats, number 7, Austin Holloway.
Bobcats have gone quiet here after the big fourth, put up 3 runs. And it looks like 9 in a row retired. Another breaking pitch there. Looks like that's the plan for Ross, is to throw plenty of those. He's got Austin Holloway here. Holloway 0 for 3, but he does have a run scored as he reached on an error. Sky to center. Back on it is the new center fielder, Cadenas. Cadenas will grab that one with relative ease while he's fading backward for out number 2. 2 down, bases empty for Sam Sly.
Now batting for the Bobcats, number 32, Sam Sly.
Sly has a single and a run scored. He is 1 for 3. Wrapped a couple of strikeouts around that single, though. And he takes a look at another breaker there that catches the outside edge. Ross feeling pretty good with this bender, and Bobcats having some trouble getting the judge on it. There it goes again, drops right off the table. And Sly with a uncomfortable swing for 0-2. Ross sets. The kick and the pitch. Went with another one there, but that fell off too much into the dirt. One-two pitch, tried to frame it. Missed a little bit outside. Ross looks to the dugout as a excuse me kind of situation there. He thought that was strike 3. Deuce is wild here at the Kurtz. We got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. The pitch to Sly. Well outside, and that'll make the count full. Trying that bender. It started on the edge and just kept fading into that left-hand batter's box. Speaking of left-hand batter's box, Brandon Bellflower on deck. This one rolled to second. The throw to first in plenty of time by Wicklemeyer, and the Bobcats go down in order here for the 3rd straight inning. It is 11 straight now for GC. Going to have to break that if we're going to pick up those final 2 runs in the 9th. But first, it's going to take a little bit of defense. We will go to the top of the ninth with the top of the order due up for the Spartans. Be right back with that in just a moment here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Back to it, folks, as we head to the top of the ninth. We got the top of the order due up for the Spartans. Looks like Nicholas Wicklemeyer will lead off. Nicholas is not a big fan of the cold. He's got the full ski mask situation going here. I feel bad for Nicholas. Where's he from? Yep, he's from Sarasota, Florida. Not used to this kind of chilly weather. As that pitch is outside to start him off. Nicholas has had a 1-for-4 day. Been great at second base, though. Also picked up a stolen base and a run scored, so made an impact. This is lasered to center, but Chester doesn't have to move too much to pick that one up. Put a good charge into that one, but right at the fielder, so it's out number one. E.J. Cumbo up now. Right fielder has hits in his last two at-bats. He's 2 for 4. A double, single. He's also got a stolen base. First time, of course, facing Patterson. Pitch taken for a strike. Top of the ninth. Bobcat defense trying to keep the Spartans right at this 6 runs, as they have done since the 3rd inning. It has been a great day of relief for GC, and nearly enough offense to get back in it, but the offense has also quieted on Georgia College's side. This is sent sharply to first. Spivey goes down on a knee to make sure of it and wins the foot race to first. Out number 2. 2 down for Drew Earhart.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 2, Drew Earhart.
Earhart, couple of hits. He's got a single and a solo home run. He was the first one to face Patterson and struck out looking in the 7th. Pitch misses there. Earhart 2 for 4, 2 runs, 2 RBI. Good ball game for the veteran shortstop, as he's been tough at short as well. Pitch taken for a strike. Does have an error today, but has made some real strong plays as well, and a good turn of a double play there at second. Outside, thought about offering at it, but instead it's 2-1. See Earhart bouncing around up there at the plate as he thought about swinging the bat. Cut on and missed. Make it 2-2. And another Deuces Wild here at the Kurtz. Full count now for Earhart. pitch. Tip just got a little piece of it. Foul it back to the fence. Tampa native with a full count, awaiting a pitch from Patterson. Here it comes, sent to short. 2 hops. Brown has it. The throw to first on target. And that's the end of the top of the 9th. So the Bobcats need a pair at least to prolong this thing. It'll be up to 7, 8, 9 in the order. That's Bellflower, Chester, and Tooten. Due up when we come back. You're listening to Georgia College Baseball on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Okay, folks, let's get back to it here. Bottom half of the 9th inning in a 2-run ball game. It's 6-4. Tampa on top of Georgia College. Bobcats looking for this one final rally here, last chance, and it's going to be up to Bellflower, Chester, and Ben Tooten in this inning. Well, would you look at that? The one and only Cam Hill on deck. Well, that's a good spot to bring in all Peach Belt Conference bat. Swung on and missed to start off Bellflower. Hill came out of the first game of the year with an injury, and I was told we were going to rest him this weekend. Swung on and missed at another fastball up there, I believe. But in a clutch spot here, you need a clutch guy, and why not go to the all-conference player in Hill? Outside for a ball. Cam on the preseason all-PBC team this year. We had 2 of them make that list. It was Cam and Friday night's starter Josh Hudgens. Grab the outside corner for a strike 3. God, what a tough pitcher this Ross is. I would not be surprised to see him putting up some good numbers in the save category by the end of the year. Yep, we got Cam Hill. Going to grab a bat here and pinch hit.
Cam Hill.
So Hill sees his first action of this series with Tampa. Cam went 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored in the ball game at Savannah State before getting pulled from that contest with the injury. Junior in the eligibility, senior in the classroom. He's 5'11", 175 from Marietta and Marietta High. Uncomfortable on that swing, though. A little tough to come off the bench cold. And it's really a little extra cold today, but a little tough to come off the bench cold. It's even tougher when you have a guy dialed in like Dalton Ross is right now. Off the very end of the bat, going to lace it foul. Cam stays alive here. Big congratulations to Cam. Got married over the summer to former Bobcat volleyballer Jordan Mollering. The pitch. Swung on a miss at that one in the dirt. Down on strikes goes Hill. So the Bobcats are down now to their last out. And it is in the form of Ben Tooten.
Number 9, Ben Tooten.
Tooten looking for his first hit today. He does have an RBI ground out. And that was in the 4th. Most recently, though, a swinging bunt of sorts down the right side line there that the pitcher was able to finish off. That was back in the 6th. Pitch for a strike. 0-1. Tough breaking pitch, and he's starting to throw a couple of fastballs in here, mixing those in. Off the very end of the bat, and that's a simple play for Sullivan to glove and step on the bag for out number 3. So this one comes to a close. It is a 6-4 victory for the University of Tampa, number 1 team in the country. 6 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors for Tampa. 4 runs on 7 hits, and no errors for the Bobcats. It was that early lead. You know, the Bobcats spotted them 6 runs by the time we hit the 3rd inning, including a 4-run first. And then Georgia College got the bats going, picked up 4 runs, 1 in the 3rd, 3 more in the 4th, but couldn't inch any closer, as after that it was all donuts up on the big scoreboard. So 6-4 the final. Bobcats will fall to 2-2. Tampa now 2-1 on the season. Your Zaxby's player of the game, let's go ahead and give it to Jacob Hester, as he was our first reliever and really did a great job of shutting down the Tampa bats to help us start that comeback run. Hester went 4 innings with 1 run, and the home run that he gave up. Scattered 5 hits, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 3. So that's your Zaxby's player of the game. All right, so coming up next, let's see here. For the Bobcat baseball team, they're going to hit the road for a little while. Going to head to Newberry on the 9th. That's Wednesday, 5 p.m. start for that non-conference contest. Next home game, February 15th, 4 p.m. right here at the Kurtz against Shorter. We hope to have you back for that broadcast. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Unfortunately, couldn't give you a victory. I hope you have a good